Hello and welcome to a HiGPS Balance Mod Pubcast. Here's me as the zombie pirate heavy using the Natasha that makes me run faster. I've had a couple of issues with the HUD because our mod uses some special attributes, and sometimes if the HUD isn't optimized for it, it just crashes the game. So we won't have any first-person view here, and hopefully it goes well this time. So there's a couple of bots on both Steam because we couldn't fill a server. So be sure to join the Steam group, it's in the description below, as well as the Discord, and stay tuned for announcements when we do playtests like this. And you can join us and be casted in the future because I thought this was pretty fun. So here I am getting crits from the follow HiGPS on Twitter bot as I go down and get shot by Kazak the sniper. So we have a couple of bots here who have some very interesting sentry positions, is that they build the sentries wherever they want to without much remorse, and dispensers are optional apparently. So, of course, this is a pub, so people are free to switch teams as possible. We try to have as many bots on each team, and hopefully in the future we can fill the server as well with more people joining. So, here we have the payload moving forward for the blue team, and now we're gonna run into the sentry, and Electric Mace here, who's a player, just goes in, and you can see the additional speed boost for the heavy. Although it is the weakest minigun, it gives you the highest mobility, although it isn't much, but it's enough to get the job done. Of course, Brass Beast has been changed as well, so it's not as slow, but you don't have that huge damage resistance as well. And now Kazak has changed off of the sniper and is going forward as well. So interesting with the burning arrow here using the Huntsman is that the Huntsman has gotten an upgrade where the projectiles just travels faster in general, so it's a bit easier to hit with the Huntsman, making it a bit better. So the cart is moving forward, so let's see what kind of defense the red team puts on, which we already played, so I know the outcome of this maybe. So here we go, just gonna run past, and it looks like, yep, I'm gonna head for the roof there, so we want to take that option, and the bot, medic bot, decides to stay here and heal Dispatche, who then uses the buff banner to kill his heavy. I go on the roof here and run into a scout and just fucking die. And then we have the medic who's using the overdose, which makes him run faster. However, the bot's stupid and doesn't run for safety. He just kind of strafes around like an idiot and then dies very late as the payload keeps moving forward here. So here we have another player, Samantha here, shooting those scorch shots, seemingly unchanged in this mod so far. It's a fairly decent item, so it's good. Amadeus here as well. One of the moderators just grabbing that rocket launcher as the red team seems to be just trying to defend this the best they can. Of course, you will always have bots just going around the payload here and suiciding, trying to stop it because they're so focused on that. And most of the medics are actually bots for the most part, which makes them fairly easy to kill because they stand still like idiots. And look at this guy, he's simulating an F2P because he doesn't fucking heal me. There, finally he does. But he's not standing behind me and he's positioning his pores. If there's a sniper on the other side, he would most likely die. So with the Brass Beast not having the damage reduction, but just high damage, it makes it a lot more interesting to use, I think. I think the Brass Beast and Natasha are in pretty good states right now, where they're pretty useful. So there we go, blue team, capping the third point, moving on to the final one. As they move in here with the rest of the team here, burning arrows, shooting some burning arrows, in fact, and then having to back out of there because the rest of his team just kind of dies. So we got Electric Maze going back here with these flippy flops. You see he gets a little speed boost whenever he hits somebody. It's enough speed boost that you can unwind and do a little jump. It's not that fast, it's just a second, I think. So not the fastest. We got Felix Zero here coming in. Here's me with the Kritzkrieg. The good thing about medic bots is if you bind the key to say activate the charge, that's when it does it automatically, and I will turn on. Let's see, HUD say text sign. Oh, you can actually see what's going on in the chat, so you can see all the banter because this is a pubcast and having pubcasts is fun. Let's see, so I'm gonna take out the Widowmaker as a shotgun bot, and I wanted to camp the teleporter, but Amadeus is like, nope. And the bot also fucking refuses to heal him. He's like standing there and the bot's like, yeah, I'll heal you eventually. Oops, I died by standing in the open, and Enigmas is a pretty decent demo man. Just kills him. Trying to lay down some covering fire. Gonna use the Fist of Steel to go back, which has the holstering speed removed. And then we're just waiting to see what happens. Just gonna do some more damage. Not gonna be able to contest this all by myself. However, Scorley here with some nice sticks. This is also before some of the latest changes that was in the update video, so there's a couple of weapons that haven't been changed yet, but we'll try to do these maybe once a week or something like that. Try to squeeze them in, and as soon as a player leaves, a bot will come in and take your place. So now there's currently 5 bots, or 10 bots, 5 on each team. As you can see that, like, for some reason, just adding hats and random weapons to the bots make them seem a whole lot less robotic. But at least we have a human medic now. And bots are taking lessons from Uncle Dane and never building a dispenser ever. You can see he says here's Captain Bremsespur, which means brake tracks, which means when you have skid marks in your trouser, that's what he's the captain of, and he runs up here to grab the metal. And then he just kind of runs back down, and yep, there's a door, and he's just gonna walk over here and keep working on that. There's sentry, and now he can build a dispenser if he so like, goes and grabs this ammo. And then he is going to build a dispenser behind it and teleporter for some reason, and then he's going to work on that. So enough engineer shenanigans. Look at the choke, which the enemy team can't pass through. So I'm still taking a lot of damage here, so focus firing for this is pretty important. Just going to have a sandwich here. The humans, we hold this choke. And then I get sniped by Burning Arrow's arrow. Uber has been popped here, and of course the original is like the Quake gun. You can see this bot is very, like, he looks like a player that's AFK, right? Like, they can simulate human behavior pretty good by just being absolutely clueless, and then he just runs up to a heavy and just fucking dies, right? So it's not that much different of casual, except that you're pretty good at aiming. And here comes the zap coming in, but first try the bot here. He's gonna be repairing everything, so he's basically just like a sentry dude. Look at this bot just hammering away, has a little mustache. He's like, yeah, I'm so mad, I'm gonna hit this sentry for all eternity and never move anywhere. So if you see a bot and he's not hammering a sentry, it's either a player or a spy. And also bots can stand inside sentries for some reason. So here I am, I'm going on the spy. This is also prior to the buff that the spy got in the latest update that was now in November, where he has faster decloaks. I go down and I try to get a stab on the medic, but this pyro here, Rhett's Barrel, which is a bot, just spy checks me and just fucking kills me. Because sometimes these bots have insanely good aim. So with that, let's see here, we have bots never go spy as far as I know, and we have Felix Zero here is going to go in for a spy. He's going to try another sneaky sap. Can his team be able to help with this? No. Amadeus pans him to the face and he dies. And let's see here. So, oh, we got Squirrely. Oh, the taunt kill attempt. Oh, it didn't work. Burning Arrow counters the Huntsman with that. And Squirrely, he lets out a little. Oh, and here we have 2 bots just on their own adventure. The medic has 100% Uber, and here comes. They are in the map room still. And there they are. The bot defense holds. We humans are just present, I guess. Just present. Then the medic dies to me, I think, and then the guy taunted, and he still hasn't left here, and now he's dead. Despache. Human players doing this. And then we have the bots just running straight in for the payload. We got Bazooka Joe here in the back. Gets blown up by a bazooka. Man, ain't that some irony. And then we have the defending team still holding. So we got a couple of teleporters. Interesting teleporter locations. Very useful for spies. However, the engineers will never leave their nest, and they're just gonna sit here hammering all day. And there you go. So now we have bazooka, and also the bots also get random weapons every time they respawn. So they also will change hats and stuff like that. So sometimes you will get medics with Uber, and other times you will get medics with Vaccinator, and they just select a random random resistance. And now Captain Brake Tracks, the engineer that was here, has now been replaced by some guy. Sazaku comes in and joins the fray. And then here we have him, the heavy with the Natasha here. You can see it's a bit faster, quite noticeable, but it's not like game-breakingly faster. It's still pretty easy to hit and pretty easy to stab and stuff like that. So basically it's just like a hidden health buff because you can avoid more damage by moving, which is fun. So here we have a scout coming in. With that is a bot. However, he's using the backscatter, which just crits from the back now. Now I've switched teams to add up for the discrepancy when people just leave these games. Ugh, what a bunch of scrubblers. You never leave until it's done. we go. Is there any? Oh, there's no bots that are stuck, it looks like. They actually have a working teleporter. So we have, yeah, here's me now as a soldier, vampire hunter, now using my favorite rocket launcher, which is the Liberty launcher, which has slower reload speed and only one in the clip, doing a little jumpy jams. Despache here. There's a lot of dudes here. And it looks like red team is still holding. Blue team seems to be a bit all over the place. Electric Maze being a bit mad that the bots have stolen his stuff. Bazooka Joe here by himself, burning arrow, trying to get some arrows to connect there. Oh, actually, Zach goes down to an arrow. It makes him a unicorn, and he dies because unicorns are extinct. They never live because they're dead. Because burning arrow killed them all, and there goes the scout flying. Man, ragdolls are great. So here they are, pushing the point. Samantha here, which is a sliver of health, barely surviving, is gonna probably die to something. And here we go, coming in, and we just flock this. And now a new challenger has joined. It's Christian Ma, the guy who is one of the most annoying scouts on Leapfrog Pyros. All right, so that was the first round. Blue team is now gonna switch with a red team. So now we're just gonna have the exact same thing, but different people here. So now you get to see the setup time. So looking at the bot count, it's currently 3 bots on one team and 4 bots on the other team. And as you can see, the bots don't build teleporters. So there we go. So now we got Spooky Enigmas moving out. There's me with the new Scottish Resistance. I don't remember how many clips this had. It's either had 10 or 14. I can't remember which one. But we can count, can't we? Let's see. So you see the, yeah, if the bots get the mini sentry, they will run around with 25 health and just hammer this all day and do nothing else. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also reloading. Fuck. And there we go. Putting these out. Putting a bunch of traps out. And there we go. Because this was during Halloween event. So that's why we are Spooky Demo Man. Composition-wise, both teams have medics. If you know to place medics, the bots will fill that role, but they are not very good. So we got Tuneful here getting blown up along with Bazooka Joy. The first initial campers just around the payload just dies. I killed Scorley with some stuff. We have Amadeus killing Red Sparrow. I forget to look at the kill feed, but you can see that yourself. Cart's moving forward. The Spache is now running the buffed healing heater as well. It's basically just been given more ammo, allowing you to shoot for longer. You still do less damage to people that aren't burning. So just keep that in mind until I kill him, and then Christian Ma kills me as well. So, Cart's moving forward. The blue team is looking pretty strong. This engineer died, and he's going to change loadout when he respawns. Join the Discord is eventually going to respawn in a moment, and he will have a different loadout entirely. So we got Felix Zero here in with the stab. It's not going to be enough. They are just kind of swarming the cart, so they're going to get this capture. And now let's see what red team decides to do here. So once again, I think I'm going to head for the roof. I'm just going to have a bit of a snack here with the Lucas bar that now makes the taunt animation faster, which makes you eat it faster and get more health, so it's a bit more viable. You can see you can use this little speed as a little tech like this. Pretty useful. So we're now standing on top of this here. Scorley comes in, tries for another sneaky taunt kill. We haven't seen that this game. Just gonna have another eating there, and then it's done. Also using the fists for faster weapon switch as we go down here all by ourselves. Currently the one in the front, and we see Valve's entire staff just run past me and doesn't even notice. We have a couple of jumper here. It's Christian Ma and Amadeus, and I'm so dead. And then I die as I was super out of position and stuff like that. So we have the team. We're just kind of hanging out here, burning arrow, lagging a bit. But he's now on heavy with just a regular minigun shooting at dudes. And then we have send that shit to GPS, which is essentially demo. And he doesn't send it right away. He's just going to stand there for a bit. But he could attack at any point in time, which he eventually does. Oh, yeah, burning arrow. That's a bit of a hidden dude back here. We got Felix Zero going in here for a backstab and doesn't get anything because he's a shit spy, and that's what happens. Also got to be careful when you pick up weapons because sometimes they do get bugged, especially the Dragon's Fury, so be very careful about picking up weapons. And now another player has joined. It's Nurse, gonna join the fray. And joining the blue team. Yes. So there we have the carts going forward. Red team's defense is not here. We don't have a sentry here. The guy's dead, and I think now I will ask people to join because we have 4 bots and the other team has 2, so... the auto bot, whenever you hit like I will join random, it just puts you on blue, always. If there's space on blue, they put you on blue. And then I'm still talking, and then somehow I didn't die from that. And I'm just gonna eat here as they keep pushing, and now I have a little, nice little place I can be. I'm just gonna... So I'm saying we need 1 blue for red. I want people to pay attention to that so it's fair. However, in the future play sessions, hopefully this won't be an issue when more people join. Hopefully, maybe. And then having another chocolate and back to full health. You can see it's pretty fast, so it works pretty well. So there we go. We got 1 guy going over from red. Cool. As you can see, I'm on top, of course, because I'm a heavy and super good at this game. We have the medic with the zoomies, just gonna run past with 31% Uber, being very, very safe. We got 2 human medics on the other team, which makes the other team insanely much better. And we got easy operation here on the red team, who's a bot, who's gonna die a lot. And we got cool guy with ad dies. We got Christian Ma coming in, trying to make the killing gloves of boxing for the pyro work. But it's not easy, it's hard. I'm just gonna go back here. Jumping around, being annoying. Join the Discord. Is he gonna build a sentry? The question is... going back to spawn. Just gonna go on a little tour. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into supply locker because fuck that. Let's see what this bot does. So he grabs the... and then he goes back. Then he goes into the resupply locker and gets a new outfit. And then he jumps down here and he's like, all right, time to build a sentry. God. He's also using the Eureka effect, which they don't use, right? And of course he's gonna run up and grab the ammo that's on top. He's just gonna be working on that in the end. Also, Gas Passer has been incredibly buffed, so if you just keep doing damage, you can throw it constantly. And despite being able to throw it constantly, it just still terrible. So, blue team coming in with an Uber. Red team seems to be scrambling because their medic is dead because he's a bot. Here comes the cart. We got also Razorback wearing Squirrely running around here. And the Razorback, of course, gives you some additional speed, so you run faster as a spy, and you also move faster while scoped in. And it's very noticeable with the bow. So if you go Razorback Sniper, use the bow, and you'll have super duper speed. So normally in these casts, we just do 1 round, like 1 complete game. And we will see how this goes. So look at the defense here. It's not really that existent. And, what happened? Kill that. Send that shit to GPS. The bots battle comes down. Amadeus here by himself. Gonna run into Spooky Enigmas and then kills him and nearly kills himself too. Burning Arrow now on with the Bison, who shoots faster. Guess we haven't been able to edit the projectile. And they're asking, where's the rest of blue? Well, they are slowly trickling in 1 at a time and dying 1 at a time. Dying as they're trickling in. I'm asking if any of the butts are stuck. No, we just have a couple of... just 1 AFK, I guess. Samantha, Shame. Maybe just peeing or something, checking Facebook. You know, important stuff. And there we can see that the blue team is really a bit all over the place. Goes flying. And then we're by here by ourselves. The medic is, of course, very busy, just standing around the payload. That's what I meant what they're doing with the objective. Like, normal humans would just go forward because the objective is moving backwards, but they're just really, really watching the payload. And here we have joined the Discord. Not entirely sure what happened, but I guess by the amount of blood, something happened, and he's now walking back. And sometimes you can get really cool combinations for the bots. Sometimes they have like a train robber outfit. It's pretty cool. And here comes the blue team, going in with an Uber. The Tuneful here on the reflector. Gonna push them back. then what would happen here? Kills this guy, and oh, Profi with the Vitasaw kills easy operation, and that's gonna give him, look at the amount of overheal he has because the other medic is there, but that Vitasaw, if you get a kill with it, you will not die very quickly. It's like the super version of the Blutsauger, which got a significant buff as well. So we got Amadeus here jumping on top of the roof, gonna land some damage onto that heavy, but that heavy has a healer, and the healer is me, wearing my Halloween outfit, being the crazy Dr. Man, and using the syringe guns, which hardly gave any Uber in this patch, but has been upped quite a bit. Might get upped even more depending on the situation and further testing that we are gonna help do maybe at some point in time. There's also plans for getting dedicated servers, but I want the balance mod to be in a more finished state before we roll it out. We might have to partner with somebody, because if there's one thing that's common now is that all of the screw that, a medic chain is happening and it's over. Alright, so basically community servers are having a really hard time now because nobody finds them. So it would be cool if the Valve had like a featured community server list or something like that to just get more people to play there, maybe get experience from it as well. That would be really cool, because community servers is where it's at. It's where you make the friends. You don't make friends in casual anymore. You just play with randoms and you don't talk to them all that much unless you're in the US, because the US you fucking talk all the time. But yeah, so we have Spy back here. Felix, ReZero. Is he gonna get the stab? But he has the Razor back. And then both medics are gonna chase the Spy. He's just gonna hide and he's gonna live another day. Nurse is not gonna get the kill this time. Cart's still holding. Not entirely sure. Like, here we have a bot. He's just literally just standing there. And here we go. Oh, he's getting into position. Felix Zero going for the stab. Oh, gets the stab. And a double stab. Send that shit to GPS. Gets a dagger in the back. He is dead. And we have Amadeus and the medic nurse going on the flank here. But Felix Zero is here as well. But they know he's there and he's been found out. He's very weak. He's calling out the spine. He's just hiding here on this incline. Going for the medic. Oh, but he gets Amadeus. Oh, what a shame. You should have checked this corner, bro. And Felix Zero with a hearty lol. Then we have Burning Arrow with the Classic, which is now buffed a little bit, so it doesn't have the body shot penalty anymore. But you can only headshot when it's fully charged. And there we go. We got Amadeus here. Nope. Well, we got the corpse of Amadeus just kind of chilling in the stairway here. And then we have Engineer with the Thompson, and for some reason it has a reload animation now because it has the same projectile as the Bison. Still a bit of a scrappy thing here for Vietnam. We also have the teleporter entrance from the first bot, just at the first spawn. Still haven't really done much about that. And then we have a little sentry going forward. Then he gets killed by Easy Operation, who said that it was an easy operation to kill that. And then Easy Operation dies. I wish I could add so that the taunt gives Uber as well, because it shouldn't just be the Uber or the crossbow that gives you Uber when you're healing people. I think this taunt should do that as well to give it an edge towards the Uber saw, which is just like the overall best melee weapon for the medic. And they say they can't do much about this. That's absolutely true, because the bots are stupid and will keep dying over and over. And you need a properly coordinated push against this kind of defense, or you can just go in and attack at any point in time with some competent classes. But luckily we got spawn protection here by the Pumpkineer, who isn't a bot, believe it or not. We got Nurse here with fancy effects, just coming in, mowing down everybody with the Spache. They're ready to go. Throws the sandwich. 1 minute left. Will the original red team be able to capture it, who's now the blue team? Will they be able to do this? The answer is sure. No. Electric Maze with the body shot. Send that shit to GPS. Going up. Well, here we have the bots. No, not the bots. It's Tuneful. And he is building sentries where it matters. But Nurse comes around the corner. Very low in health, though. Burning Arrow is in a prime position to snipe somebody from this very angle. Will we get anyone? That is the question. He has been spotted, and he survives with 1 health. Nurse taking the damage. Does take out. I nominate my favorite map to play, Vanguard, for some reason. Not sure why I like it, but I like it. Car's being stopped. Only a couple of seconds left. They have a forward sentry up. And we got Enigmas here. He wants none of that. And yep, down he goes. 7 seconds left. Samantha could make it work if you just sticky jumped. He would be there faster, but that's okay. Now we're now into overtime. As there's 3 seconds left. Will Nurse making time? Nope, getting hit back. And oh, Amadeus touches it. The cart's still moving forward. Everybody realizes they have to push, but it's just nothing here. I mean, do have the spy, though. Comes in, and he's dead, and the original blue team wins the game. And that was the first ever pubcast of the HiGPS Balance Mod. So be sure to check it out. Join the Steam group. Join the Discord. Descriptions are in the thing below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully you can play together. Yeah.